Hello there. Because I'm committed to helping you up your sewing game, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things that you need to avoid while taking your body measurements. Now remember, accurate body measurement is the beginning of every beautiful, well-fitting garment that you see out there. If you get your body measurements wrongly, then you've already started to mess up the entire process of your garment construction. My name is Lumenza Miriam Oluchi, and I'm the founder and the creative director at Luchi's Miriano Designs, where we teach and equip young, passionate women with the right soul skills to enable them become financially independent with or without a formal education. We also specialize in the act of creating beautiful and well-fitting garments for women of different sizes. We want to make sure that we're building a woman's confidence and style through her clothing. Back to the main issue of this course. The 5 things that you need to avoid while taking body measurements are, the number 1 on my list is avoid taking your client's measurement without them having a bra on. Yes, you heard me right. Whenever you want to take your client measurement, ensure that your client is putting on the film bra. This helps you get the right proportion of the breast, the bust point, the bust span, the under bust measurements, and all what have you around the bust area, including the bust measurements. Now, for some clients maybe who by nature or probably must have breastfed and they have a little sag breast, if you take their measurement without them having a film bra on, then it's going to be such a disaster, even for people who their breasts are still standing. The bra helps to bring the breast together in a position where you take the measurement and it is very accurate. Now, when I mean having a fem bra on, it doesn't necessarily need to mean a push-up bra. It doesn't necessarily need to mean that they have to wear a foam bra and all. They just need to wear something, a bra that's firm enough. Okay. Now, the second thing on my list is make sure that you're not taking your client's measurement when they're wearing a big cloth, when they have a big cloth on. When you're taking your client's measurement when they have a boogers cloth on, even though I know that boogers doesn't mean big, I just like to use that word, I'm used to it. When they have a big cloth on, what happens is that as you're taking the measurement, the cloth adds some inches or a few inches or whatever into the measurement, and this can cause you to have some lapses when you are sewing that particular garment. Now again, when a client has a big cloth on, it does not enable you see the body structure of the client that you are taking the measurement. It doesn't let you see it well, so you are more like taking the measurements blindly. Make sure that when you're taking your client's measurement, they're wearing a bodycon. I will advise for bodycon dresses. It could be bodycon dress, a bodycon top, a trouser, just anything that's on their body, that's clinched to their body. All right, that's the best to take measurement. This helps you see the body proportion of your clients very well, and you know where and what you are taking the measurements for. All right, and then you are sure that you are not the cloth that they're putting on is not adding extra inches to whatever it is that you're creating and whatever measurement that you're taking. All right. Now, the third on my list will be if your client is somebody who wears a body shaper on, please ensure that you avoid taking the measurements without that body shaper. Now, except the client has already told you that they're not going to be wearing the body shaper when they're going to put on whatever clothes that you're making for them. Now, I've had this experience personally when a client of mine came from my office to bring in her fabric, and then so I could take a measurement, and I did. Yes, everything was one. She was going to pick up the clothes in 3 weeks, so by the time she came, I was so shocked. The person I saw was different from the person that actually came. to take this measurement. And funny enough, I had not seen her outside the body shaper. Okay, so she tried the clothes. We could not even zip it, and I was wondering what the problem was. And then I realized when I remeasured her, her waist measurement, I realized that it was 3 inches more than what I already had. And looking at her, I realized something was wrong. And then I asked her if she usually wears a body shaper, and she said yes. I said, no ma, you have to go home and wear that body shaper and come back and try your dress. She was like, oh no, I actually wanted to wear this clothes without body shaper, but you didn't tell me. I mean, if she had told me, I was gonna ask her to take the body shaper out, and then I'll take a measurement on her, like her, but I mean, I'd already taken and sewn this clothes with her having the shaper on, so she has to wear the shaper on it. So anytime you're taking your client's measurement, ensure, if there are people that likes to wear body shaper and they want a body shaper to come and take measurements, please, when they're coming to pick the clothes, ensure that they're wearing the body shaper too. Except maybe they don't want to wear the body shaper by the time they're going to wear the clothes, then that's fine. They can take it off and you take the measurement. But if there are people that like to wear body shapers when they're wearing their clothes, please do ensure that you take their measurements while they're still wearing that body shaper. Now the number 4 is make sure that you are interacting with your customer while taking their body measurements. I mean, I don't know, I need to overemphasize this. A lot of people take body measurements and they're not interacting with the client. How do you know what exactly they want? Yes, I can understand. Yes, we've been taught how to take accurate body measurements. We know it to the tip of our fingers and all. But you need to still get these people involved. I mean, they're there, you're taking the measurements. You need to get them involved. You need to interact with them. When you take the weight, you're asking, okay ma, is this okay, is it too tight, is it firm? You take the balls, the same thing. Not everybody likes to wear your assumption, let me put it that way. Yes, your assumption might be that you want this clothes to all be fitted and all that, but some clients like to breathe on their clothes. So you need to make sure that you're interacting with them. Now we know, for instance, we all know that the true waistline is on the navel point. Now, but what if you meet a client who doesn't like to pull her on her lower garment on the waistline? Some people like to pull it down around the waist bone. Okay, so what happens in that situation? It is in the course of interacting with them, asking them, okay, where do you pull your skirt, ma? Where can I place the tape? That they can be able to tell you, okay, this is where I usually will keep my skirt or my trouser, my lower garment or whatever. Okay. And in that way, you take the measurement there so that by the time you are done sewing, you don't have lapses. All right. So make sure you're doing these things. Now, the number 5 on our list is make sure that when you are taking any measurement that involves the half length, you make sure that you are tying something on your client's half length. On that waist level where her half length is, make sure you're tying something on it to take that measurement. Now I'm going to go show you what I mean. I'm going to bring something and I'll tie mine and I will show you what I mean. Now what does this do? Let's explain this before I can show you. Now this helps you when you're taking the front half length and the back half length. It helps you take them on the same line. Because a lot of times people just assume it, you take the front half length on this point, and by the time you're taking the back half length, you have no idea that it probably would have shifted or that you're taking less or more. But when you have something tied to that point, then it helps you take accurately from here all the way down under your breast and down to your half length, and the same thing for the back. So I'm going to get something that I will show you how to tie and take that measurement. Okay, so once you've discovered the point where your half length is, like for me, how I discover the half length, my half length or the half length of my client is that I just let them bend over a bit. I just ask them to bend over a bit like this, and when they do, I put my hands into this place, and you're going to feel a point that feels like maybe an opening or some sort, where it feels like the upper rib bone. Yeah, where it feels like the upper rib bone starts and then the waist bone begins. That point, that soft point that you feel here. So with my hands on that point, I'm going to tie all the way around on my client this way firmly. You can use an elastic, you could use, like I'm using a rope, a machine rope to do this. You know, you just tie it at that point, then making sure you have a mirror with you. You look at it very well and be sure that the measurements are sitting where they are supposed to sit. And then you take the measurement of your client from that point to this point, and then the same thing for the back. This helps you get the half length measurement accurately. So thank you so much for listening to this video. I hope this was helpful. I hope you're going to try these tips out, and then I hope you come back to tell me how all of this worked out for you. Having discussed the 5 things that you need to avoid doing while taking body measurements, we have come to the end of today's video. Yes, we've come to the end of it. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel at this point, please hit the subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so that you're going to be notified each time that I upload a new video. If you've always been a subscriber, thank you so much for sticking by and being a part of this growth. And if you are just joining us for the first time, you're welcome to the family. In this channel, we share sewing tutorials, sewing tips that can help you in your sew journey. So please do stick by with us. And thank you so much for watching. With that, I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.